Hi everyone, I just put together a quick slideshow to give you some visual examples from my previous students from my other drawing classes at LaGuardia for the final project. So what the final project is, it's called a narrative still life, which narrative you probably know from your English classes is a story, like a sequential story. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use objects and drawing to tell a bit of a story, meaning you're just going to choose objects from your everyday life. They could be objects that have sentimental value or memories attached to them. They could be things that you use daily, such as keys in a Metro card, or nowadays we're wearing masks. It could be sneakers. As you can see in the first slide, it's a color drawing. We're going to do black and white, but it's a paintbrush, headphones, and an apple. And something I want you to specifically notice when you look at this is the way that the artist composed the picture. So throughout this semester, we've been talking about composition, value, texture. And so composition meaning the way the artist arranged the picture, the way the artist put the objects on the page. And as you can tell, the artist, went out off of the page. And so cutting things off, that is totally okay. It's actually a really wonderful strategy to kind of create an interesting drawing. So I encourage you to try different ways of doing that. So you want to think about the way you're going to arrange your objects. Are you going to overlap them, put some things in front of each other, having some things go off the page? Do you want to stack them on top of each other? So there's all those different ways that you can play around with organizing your objects. So here's just a little overview. It's similar to the assignment that I posted on Blackboard and just kind of outlining what it is you are expected to do. You should use a direct light source so you have distinctive value shifts. Mark making to create texture, and remember to, you can refer to your texture chart that you made earlier in the semester. And you can use your eraser to create the highlights. So you should be starting your drawing on a page that's covered in charcoal, as I showed you in my first demo video. And that way your whole page is already gray, and then you're working with that to begin with. So you're pulling out the lights and then you're adding the darks. And also draw the surface that the objects sit on. So draw the table or the chair or the floor, whatever the objects are sitting on, you can include that as well. And think about the different things that you can use. A Metro card, keys, books, coffee, your favorite snack, food, cigarettes, maybe a work uniform, or maybe your favorite outfit that you like to get dressed up in to go out, or maybe an object that a loved one gave you, like a gift or something. Those are all things that you can use in your still life. And then just a reminder, the 8 thumbnail sketches are due on June 5th, and that is only really just to let me help you. You can reach out to me if you're having issues before that, but on June 5th you can just submit it, and that way we can look at it and kind of problem solve if you have any problems. And then June 12th is when we're going to have the final drawing be completed, and then we'll all get together over Blackboard Collaborate and look at them together. And so the next few drawings are drawings from students at LaGuardia, and they used a variety of different objects, including fabric. I want you to use at least 4 objects, and then you can also 4 objects including fabric, so 4 total. And thinking about what that fabric could be and laying it down in different ways. You can see here there's lots of folds, and it creates a beautiful shadow. And then also like the mark making to create a pattern also kind of shows you that there's some texture to that. And the texture of the blanket feels different to the texture of this object here. And then this drawing, you can see totally everyday objects. My student actually told me he just pulled what was pulled things directly out of his pockets. So some aspirin, some coins, some matches, and some headphones. And again, you can see that the artist went off the page, so that matchbook cover goes off the page so you don't see the whole thing. The headphones cord goes off the page, and so that just creates like a lot of movement in the drawing and allows your eye to kind of move throughout the page. And here's another one. I really enjoyed this because I thought it had so much energy and movement, and it was just really fun, and it really actually matched the student's personality with the video game controllers, the Converse, the skateboard, and the guitar. And as you can see, the artist, really went for it when it came to like um, showing the type of material each object has. You can put the grain of the wood in on the guitar, and she actually used some white chalk to add the highlights. If you have that, you're more than welcome to use that. And here is also another student. This is actually very high level, very, very hard to do, is to draw somebody's, draw your own hand. She'd actually been drawing for a while. So this is not a beginning drawer, but it was for the class. And so I just wanted to show you the composition, the way that the desk kind of fills up the whole page, but then also goes off the page. But it kind of creates some tension between the desk going one direction and the sketchbook going another direction. I thought that was a really nice way that the artist used the different shapes to kind of create an interesting composition. And you can see the chamois was the fabric that the artist used up there, and using the shading in dark to show where it was folded. And yeah, that's about it. That was quick. So good luck. Reach out with any questions or concerns, and I look forward to seeing the work that you're going to create.